Hello, my name is Abhishek, English faculty at IXAMB, and today we are going to be doing a session on descriptive RC. Alright, let's see. Now the agenda of this lesson is, number one, we are going to do a very interesting passage on social media based on which we are going to be solving RC questions. So it will be like a little guided reading session where I'll read the paragraph for you and also explain what it means. After that, we'll do a couple of really interesting questions and I have a small surprise for you at the end, which I'll reveal when we get there. Okay, let's start. Now here is the passage. We will have 4 parts here and this passage is roughly of around 390 words. Okay, let's start. Most of us at some point of time have experienced the perils of unbridled online content. Okay, so the dangers of having uncontrolled online content. It's a problem with almost every widely used medium of communication, right? The internet, television and social media. Even if we dislike the chatter we witness, we cannot curb people's freedom of speech. Inflammatory messages and misinformation plague popular platforms, including Twitter, Facebook and WhatsApp globally. Now this has had serious consequences, including defamation, persecution and even mob lynching. But never have we considered banning these platforms. Why? Because it is the people who are responsible for creating and sharing content. The platform is merely the carrier and there is no point shooting the messenger. Okay, all of you understood what's going on here? So basically this particular paragraph says that whenever you pick any social media platform, there is a lot of content, most of which is uncontrolled. Okay, but because of this, you have a lot of misinformation, and because of that, you have various repercussions such as mob lynching, you have defamation, persecution, all this mess is created. Okay, but have we ever thought that let's ban Facebook altogether or let's ban WhatsApp altogether? No, right? This thought never comes to us. Why not? Because the people are the ones who have created the content. Okay, so why do you shoot the messenger? That is the messenger as in, why do you blame it on Facebook or on WhatsApp? You will blame the people who create the content. Okay, that's the crux of the first paragraph. Here is the second one. As the influence of social media grows, we are seeing how its ability to shape people's thoughts can also lead to widespread debate and differences in opinion. On closer inspection though, we realize that the real area of concern is user-generated content. It would seem, therefore, that the most effective way is to stop offensive content. Okay, therefore, you have to ban all forms of user-generated content. But that would be a violation of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and freedom of media, which isn't the ideal approach in evolved societies. It is not viable either and would create more problems than solve. Okay, so basically what this paragraph says is that now as you have more social media influence, people are now having more diverse opinions. Okay, people are disagreeing with each other. But if you look closely, people are having such diverse thoughts because of user generated content. So if I put up a status with an extreme thought, okay, someone else disagrees with his or her extreme thought, now is where I'm creating these separate parties, right? So what would be the best way? Stop user generated content, which means stop people from posting statuses on Facebook or their own content. Just allow moderated content to come into you. Okay, but that means curbing your freedom of speech, curbing your freedom of expression, freedom of media. This is not the ideal approach, right? And it's not viable either because these companies, these social media platforms flourish only if user generated content does come inside. Okay, so it's not an ideal approach. Now let's see what else the passage has to offer. Social media platforms celebrate and thrive on creativity and expression. They bring people and communities together based on common interests. Okay, although technology enables users to enjoy new experiences, it is up to them to act with responsibility. What we need here is more awareness among users of the consequences of their actions. Just like we are conscious of our offline behavior, we must be conscious of our online behavior. Moreover, we need to be vigilant on offensive, inflammatory and misguiding content. And most importantly, we must be willing to act against offenders. There are 3 simple ways by which you can do this. Okay, report the offenders and their content to the platform. Next, what you can do, bring them to the notice of concerned law enforcement authorities. And finally, don't share them. Okay, do not share the content. the 3 ways. So this particular paragraph basically says that, see, social media platforms are flourishing because of creativity and expression. So you need people's thoughts and ideas on the table. Okay, but what you need to do is be a little more aware. Just like how people are conscious about their behavior in the offline world, when, say, for example, someone's going to a party or someone's going to an event, they're going to be conscious of their behavior. The same consciousness should come in the online world as well. Okay, you should be careful, especially of offensive content, misguiding content, okay, polarizing content. This is what people should be careful about. Now, if one does see this kind of content, what should you do? First, don't share them. Don't be party to it. Second, bring them to the notice of the platform. So say you found something on Facebook, you're going to report it. What else can you do? If it is too inflammatory, you're going to report it to law authorities. Okay, simple. We understood till this point. What is the last part of the passage? Let's remember that though social media can be used to propagate hate and negativity, it is also the most powerful weapon to fight these evils. The other great value of social media and internet-based platforms for a developing country like ours lies in its ability to enable communication, catalyze socio-economic progress, and provide relief during disasters and crises. Okay, so although social media has some problems where you can kind of quickly propagate hate and negativity, the solutions are also embedded in it. Okay, that's what this particular paragraph has to say. Alright, so it's a very interesting and thought-provoking kind of a passage here. Now let us go into the questions. I'm going to give you a couple of RC questions. Here is question number 1. What, according to the author, will give rise to more problems than solve them? Okay, so instead of solving problems, if you do this, it will give rise to more problems. Okay, what is that, according to the author? Let's see. Okay, now where do you find this? If you remember, you will be finding this in the second part. I've just highlighted it for you so that you can quickly refer to it. Here is where you can find it. We realize that the real concern is user-generated one. Okay, and if you see the last phrase, it is not viable either and would create more problems than solve. Okay, so what is that? Okay, that is what is being asked here. Very simple. Okay, so what, according to the author, will give rise to more problems than solve? The last one. It is not viable. So what does it refer to? The above the part of the passage that's just above that particular sentence, that is what you need to write. Now here is where I want to give you some insight around RC. It would be very easy and very tempting now for me to simply copy the whole passage from the point which I have highlighted, from we realize all the way up to the end, right? I will just copy that, and if I paste it, then I have the answer. Okay, technically I won't be wrong, but is this something that you should do in the exam? No. Okay, you should never copy and paste from the passage, because if you copy and paste from the passage, I can simply copy the whole passage definitely, and the answer will lie somewhere there, right? But then where is your insight coming in? Remember, descriptive RC is about two things. One is knowledge, which comes in your essay writing and all that. Second, especially with RC, your expression is tested. Okay, can you express English language in a nice articulate manner? Okay, so you will definitely have to paraphrase. You have to write in your own words. So I'm going to give my sample now so that you can refer. What, according to the author, will give rise to more problems than solving them? Here you go. The answer is, according to the author, banning all user-generated content will give rise to more problems instead of solving them. Okay? From the outside, it seems as though content generated by the users of social media is the root of misinformation and the provocative messages. Yes, so that is why all this debate is happening, the polarization is happening. Okay? However, a complete ban on this is against the norms of progressive societies. So you will see how these minor changes are introduced. Instead of saying evolved societies, I say progressive societies. Okay? And suppressing freedom. Instead of saying curb, which is mentioned in the passage, I say suppressing. So you need to show your expression like this. And suppressing freedom of speech and expression and media would eventually lead to more problems. Okay? So it's not very difficult. The answer is just there. But you have to express it in a nice, lucid manner. Okay? Fine. Next, go to the next question. What should one do to tackle the issues of uncontrolled online content? Now, uncontrolled is basically a reference to the very first line of this particular passage. So if I quickly go back and I show you this, are you able to see something called unbridled on the top right? That means uncontrolled. Okay, so that's where the second question is referring to, but of course the answer lies elsewhere. Okay, that is why it's essential that you have a full understanding of the passage. Now that you understand the passage, you know what this question is asking. But if you are a person who simply reads the question and just goes to see the answer alone, then you might run a risk of not putting in all the points. Okay, so now let's see where this particular answer lies. You will be able to find it in the third part right here. Okay, so what we need is more awareness to all the way up to the end. What are the 3 steps that the author gave you? All right, so obviously you're not going to be copying and pasting it, otherwise you're not going to get marks for expression. Okay, so you have to think of good words that can serve as replacements and also a good way of expressing the exact answer to the given question. Now this is how I would write it. What should one do to tackle the issues of uncontrolled online content? In order to combat the issue of uncontrolled online content, users have to act as responsibly as they would in the offline world. They should exercise necessary restraint and not share any anomalous content, and also act appropriately to ensure offenders also fall in line. Okay, one has to be vigilant of any aberrant content and report the same to the platform and legal authorities. All right, so this basically, if you would see, is actually borrowed from the passage. Okay, but it's only expressed differently. All right, so even in the exam you will find several instances where you can exactly copy and paste, but how do you express that so that you exactly answer the question is what matters. So it should become really easy for the reader. Now if you copy and paste the entire passage, obviously it's not going to be easy for the reader, right? Because the passage is written with a particular objective, whereas the question is a very sharp one that focuses on one aspect. Okay, so your delivery should also be like that. All right, now here is the third question, the answers of which I will not write. This is something that I want you to do. I have 4 words: unbridled, widespread, thrive and propagate. You will find them in each of the 4 parts by which we have broken down the entire passage. What I want you to do now is the time for the little surprise that I told you at the beginning, and that is I want you to write down the answers for all these 3 questions. That is, this is question number 1, what according to the author will give rise to more problems than solve. Question number 2, what should one do to tackle the issues of uncontrolled online content? And question number 3, form sentences using these 4 words. What I want you to do is put your answers to these questions on the comment box, and I will personally evaluate your answer. Okay, so I want you to kind of understand a little bit more about descriptive RC, and I want to review your work so that you can progress a little bit more. Another important activity that I want you to do is check out the advanced courses on the iExamB website. It's really important that you get a very clear way of preparing, and getting into one of our advanced programs will help you to reduce a lot of clutter in your prep. Okay, I understand that when you're preparing for such advanced exams, you have a lot of noise going on, right? A lot of rumors, misinformation, a lot of unnecessary talk that keeps going, that kind of distracts you from your prep. When you get into one of these advanced programs, now you are like a very focused person. You have that one target with the best support that you can get. All you have to do is work hard and achieve your goals. Okay, so with that in mind, I look forward to seeing you in one of our advanced courses also. Keep studying hard, keep practicing, and I'm sure you're going to reach your objective. Do like the video, do comment with your answers so that I can review it for you. Do subscribe the channel, because each time we give out such lessons, you will be able to get an alert and you'll be able to stay in touch. Take care, all the best, stay safe, bye-bye.